Welcome back to the channel, The Dystopian Man. Please like and subscribe and like. Get your ledger, link in the description. You can also donate to the channel using Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum. Right, so let's get straight into this. So this is huge news, bit late on this, but North Carolina introduces Digital Asset Freedom Act. People don't seem to understand. We're getting so many more states in the US that have said that they are going to be buying Bitcoin as well as other countries. Now we get to the stage where they're actually talking about putting public funds into Bitcoin. Where do you think it's going to go? Like, in my opinion, when I talk to a lot of my investor friends, right, Bitcoin is now anything but hit a million, and we will see $1 million a coin. I mean, let's get into it. So, the bill presented by Representative Neil Jackson would recognize certain digital assets as a legally accepted form of payment. The Digital Asset Freedom Act would also allow digital assets to be used as valid methods for paying taxes. The move reflects the growing trend of U.S. states exploring ways to hedge against inflation by giving digital assets a legal foothold. The bill doesn't directly mention Bitcoin, but its provisions seem to be tailored, including the leading cryptocurrency to qualify as a digital asset under the bill. The asset must meet a series of criteria: a market capitalization of at least 750 billion, daily trading volume exceeds 10 billion, a history of 10 years or more, and several other characteristics that align with Bitcoin's attributes. So there are all the cryptos that this could also align with. So if I was you, maybe think about start stacking those. The act emphasizes the importance of decentralized assets that are not governed by any central foundation. It goes on to argue these type of assets, hear this, adhere to key principles of limited, non-inflationary money. It aligns with a more sustainable economic future. The bill text underscores Bitcoin's potential to ensure the security and integrity of transactions. This while resisting government control, a key tenet of many crypto advocates. This is the bill, right? And hear this here. April the 10th, Florida's Bitcoin Reserve Bill just cleared a major hurdle. The Insurance and Banking Committee unanimously passed HB 487, which authorizes the state to invest public funds in Bitcoin. I can't, I can't. The writers of the wall. The writing is really on the wall. If you cannot see right now that Bitcoin is going to hit a million, right? And we just had Larry Fink, that like the owner of BlackRock, that the guy that owns more companies than anything on the planet, owns most of the stock markets, owns most of the markets, turn around and say that the dollar reserve status is a threat to Bitcoin. And still, I don't understand how the masses of normal people are just ignoring this. I do. It's because you have to have some sort of interest in making money for yourself, and most people just don't have that. They'll go to work, they'll go and do their normal, everyday bullshit grind, come home, watch some crap on TV, spend their money, and then moan at the end of it all, saying, "Oh well, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. I wish I could do this, I wish I could do that. Oh, he's lucky, she's lucky." No, that's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. That's what I was around that all the time. People that would turn around and say, "Oh, I wish I could do this. He's lucky." No, he just did shit that you couldn't be bothered to learn to do. And that's the facts of it. Anybody can do this stuff. Moving on. US government about to receive 50 million in XRP. Will it be added to the digital asset stockpile? Fresh off the press to Dizzle. Let's have a look. With Ripple expected to pay the SEC a fine of 50 million for violating federal securities laws, the company's CEO Brad Garlinghouse suggests that the payment could be in XRP. Garlinghouse made the suggestion during a recent interview on Fox Business, claiming Count Now, where he provided insights into Ripple's settlement with the SEC. Ripple could pay SEC fine in XRP. During the interview, he revealed how Ripple could pay the agreed 50 million fine to the SEC. Recall that in August 24, Judge Annalisa Torres ordered Ripple to pay 125 million as a fine for offering XRP to institutional clients without registering these sales with the US SEC. Bullshit. Notably, Ripple complied with the order last year. However, it deposited 125 million into an interest-bearing account, pending the resolution of the parties' appeals. Following the SEC's recent policy shift, which saw the regulator dismiss most of its crypto-related enforcement actions, the agency reached an agreement with Ripple to have the company drop its cross-appeal. In case you haven't heard, according to Ripple, the SEC will drop its appeal without any condition. It will dismiss its cross-appeal for a reduced fine of 50 million and dismissal of the permanent injunction. So, like it says here, at the present time, the equivalent of the 50 million fine is 24.63 million XRP based on the current value of $2.03 per coin. The settlement terms, including the potential payment of the 50 million fine XRP, still need the Commission's approval. SEC commissioners are expected to vote on the decision during the internal closed door meeting. Just imagine that. That's what makes me laugh. Okay, so we're gonna open a lawsuit against XRP, and then we're going to accept it to pay it off. What sort of bullshit? Will Ripple's 50 million fine be added to the digital asset stockpile? So, in the meantime, the possibility of Ripple's paying an SEC fine in XRP has raised several questions. Specifically, some investors quizzed whether the 50 million fine XRP would be automatically added to the US digital asset stockpile. I think this will happen. Last month, President Trump ordered the creation of a Bitcoin only reserve and a digital asset stockpile that will contain altcoins prior to the order. Trump mentioned XRP among the cryptos that could have been included in the digital asset stockpile. That's why I'm just buying more. However, the executive order clarified that funds obtained through civil and criminal forfeitures will be used to finance the reserve. This is part of an effort to ensure that the reserve initiatives does not the reserve it doesn't cost taxpayers shit basically. The US government currently has over 60 billion worth of crypto in blockchain wallet that holds forfeited assets. The portfolio includes top cryptos like BTC, ETH, USDT, and BNB. However, XRP is not among the crypto that the government holds. Based on Ripple's discussions with the SEC about paying the 50 million fine XRP, the US government could finally have some XRP coins for its digital asset stockpile. Right, we already know that we saw XRP was going into the stockpile because Trump said so. What bullshit that's going on about? So crypto founder warns that not holding at least 10,000 XRP could be costly long-term mistake. Let's see what he says. So crypto founder and prominent XRP community pundit has warned that investors not holding at least 1,000 XRP are making lifetime mistakes. XRP impressive historical run. The crypto market presents multiple opportunities for investors, but most current markets participants often regret missing out on earlier gains. For instance, XRP's impressive run from a low of 0.003 in January 2017 to its peak of $3.03. Oh my God. In January 2018, made millions out of meager investments, particularly an investor who procured 10,000 XRP at the price of 0.003 cents in 2017, spent only $30 to amass these tokens at the peak. uh, oh my, wow. Imagine buying 10,000 XRP at 30. Oh my God. At the peak, $3.31. These worth of these 100,000 XRP tokens accumulated with $30 surge to 33,100, representing a massive 110% 0.233 increase. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. So 110,233. My God. Despite XRP trading for $2 at press time with 120 billion market cap, making it already established asset, some market commentators believe it still has the potential to soar to much greater heights. Either Farina, Alpha Lions Academy founder, is such one commentator. He's always on there talking his bullshit. I don't really understand. And as you can see here, Bitcoin in recovery, stocks edge up after a wild week. Edo Farina, I do like Edo Farina, but he's one of these guys that's kind of always comes out XRP to 5 billion, man. And it's like, like I say, if we see like a $5 to $10 XRP, I've seen people say XRP will hit $100. I'm like, okay, I don't know. but I am sure that we are going to see possibly 5, 10, maybe even 20. But it's going to take a long time for that to happen. So stack them XRPs, baby. But yeah, I hope this news helps you. I hope this news informed you. And I hope this news was of great importance to you. Please don't be one of those people that are just sat there and then when everybody else starts making money off the market, you sit there like, wait, oh, yeah, how lucky are they? Because it's not luck. It's got nothing to do with luck or wishes. It's got more to do with saving in action. So please like and subscribe and like. It's your boy, the Dystopia Man. Like I say, get your ledger, link in the description. You can also donate to the channel using Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum. And peace.